Welcome. This is the second in a 2-video series on using flash fill to convert what you probably call dirty data into clean data, and then which we can use to create a dashboard. In this second video, we're using flash fill inside Power Query. The first video we used flash fill inside Excel. You get the same results, but you do it in a different way. So we're going to extract from these raw data here the first and second names in separate columns. You can extract the email address, but I'm not going to because it doesn't fit into the dashboard. And then department, years of tenure, salary, and this is how we're going to do it. So if you get lost at any time, stop the video, review this list of functions that we have to work through. Then finally, we're going to work through exactly the same as video 1, averages, distributions using histograms and a Pareto chart. In this example, not only are we using Power Query, but I'm adding additional data as if it's just arrived, or as if we've just taken on some people from a new department or division, or we've forgotten them. So we'll see how to incorporate that. And here we go. We start a new tab. As before, we go and grab the data. To do this, we're using flash fill, Control-T, to convert the first series into an Excel table. It reminds me that my column header, this one, was a formula, which it doesn't like, but it accepts that these can be formulae. Fine, this is now text. Data, from table range, everything's in that column, of course, and we're going to split it all out. There's several approaches you can take to this. What I'm going to do is as follows. Notice we didn't talk about this in video 1. There's a comma separator. So that we now know there's 1, 2, 3, 4 fields in this column. Watch what happens. Split the column by delimiter. It's found there is a delimiter of comma, and what we want to do is find out wherever there's a comma to split things. Watch what happens. Department, tenure, salary. That's it, we've done it. Except notice we didn't quite do it. There might be some extra spaces here and there. So what I'm going to do, for example, right click here, transform, trim, and it tidies up. Secondly, I want to take out the first name, as you know, the second name, and I don't want the email. So, add a column, for example, from selection. This is just like flash fill in Excel. So the first name is James, press enter, and it has a go, and it doesn't do it. Look, you need to train. So now enter Peter, press enter again. And, oh, much better. Notice, James contains 5 characters, Peter contains 5 characters, Robert has 6. And look what it says, Robert. Michael, Micah. You need to train it again. So you need to tell it that Robert is Robert with a T. And now, as far as I can see, it's fully trained. So we've had 3 goes at this one, but in the end, it realizes you want the full name. Do that again. You need to click on the column, add a column, from example, from selection, Smith, second name, surname, doesn't understand, train it, Johnson. It looks as if it's understood, but it didn't. Look what happened. It seems to remember the 5 character row from before, so train it again, Williams, enter, still not right, Brown. This time it took 5 goes. Just check, did it get it right? Click OK if you think it did. And we've now got 2 columns. First name, last name. Now, do this. I suggest you rename your columns now. So department, years, salary. And now, in the same way that flash fill doesn't give you any formulae, the same is true here. We don't need this column anymore. We can remove it. Nothing happens. Nothing bad happens. I'm going to move these two to the left. Click on that one. Transform. Move to the beginning. Then I want the first name. Transform. Move to the beginning. I've now done what I want. First name, second name, department, years, salary. Text, text, text. 1.2, which is a decimal number. 1, 2, 3, which is our whole number. But they're about right. The final thing is give this query a name. Now, home. I'm going to save this, but I want to close and load it to this sheet. I want it to be the same sheet as this one. Existing worksheet, this one. I'm going to put it there. I'm not going to extend that column in terms of width at all. I don't need to add it to the data model. I'd like to leave that alone. And I'm going to copy the sheet. Why? So we've done all this. Why am I doing this now? Copy the worksheet, update the source of the query, combine the new employee data. Now, the reason is, if I tried to copy the new data to incorporate it in that table, it wouldn't have any impact on that. What I need to do is this. I need to find out from here my copy of my query. I need to know where it's getting its information from. And it says table 2, and change table 2 to table 25. That's the name that Excel gave it, because I didn't change the name of the tables. I didn't give it a proper name, a new name. Close and load. So now, this table is talking to the query. And what I want to do is this. These new data now are incorporated in the Excel table, which we know to be table number 25, and nothing happened. Click on your query table anywhere, and then go to table design, refresh, and there you are. Now, I made the link between this query, this table, brought in the new information, and it's done it. The same. Averages, distribution. We can work fairly quickly now because you've seen all this. Quick analysis, totals, average, done. Quick analysis. I'm doing the histogram now. Charts, no histogram, more. I'm just going to choose that one, basic histogram. There it is, move it to the top. Same problem, 3 bins, right click, format, exactly the same as the first video. In case you haven't seen it, I want 7 bins, or 6 or 5 or 10, whatever you prefer. The next one. Notice it's not letting me use the quick analysis now because I've chosen 2 columns. Insert. There we are. Oops. Again, I'll format that a little bit as I'm here. In this case, it's been forced to choose number of departments with estates all the way through to finance. So we've now got some view on who's spending most money and where. I can get rid of that now. There you are, me, Duncan Williamson, excelmaster.co. Thank you for watching.